lot of custom guitars. I'm Danny.
I'm Ben.
We recently redid an Ibanez. I had one that was in really terrible condition, and we turned it into something that looks just like this. We're going to take you through a bunch of different steps and show you how we changed this junky guitar into a shredder.
Or something at least a little more playable. Alright, so we didn't get that in any of the pictures at the beginning because we were too dumb to take pictures.
Exactly.
So, that was the piece of junk before. We're taking it apart.
Yep, stripping all the old electronics. I think I purchased that guitar in 2000. And then had somebody else do some work to it and really screwed it all up because I didn't know anything about scale length or anything like that back then.
Yeah, but I kind of enjoyed the custom work to it. Looks like somebody put it together with popsicle sticks and great stuff on. It's pretty awesome.
Yes, it's almost like I was trying to make a stuffed animal out of it instead of a guitar.
And that sweet ass sticker.
Yeah, that sticker was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it didn't make it hard to take the paint off at all.
So,
see the popsicle sticks?
Yeah, that was filled with scrap wood and foam.
I like to assume it was popsicle sticks.
You can assume what you want. So after we got all that stuff out, we had to start sanding this beast, and it took forever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we sped up the footage so much.
We sped this whole thing up because if you're like us, you did not want to sit through 3 days worth of video.
Yeah,
watching every detail.
When other people do their videos and they're like, all right, we're going to show you how to do this, and then they take forever to get to the point.
Yeah, I stop the video usually.
Yes.
That's why you have a comment section below,
right,
where you can ask questions, and we'll try our very best to answer them.
If we know the answer.
Maybe or maybe not. I never claim to be an expert.
No. Except for that one time.
Yeah, well, Danny tells me all the time I'm not an expert.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. That's what it is.
But the key is we make what we like.
Right.
Not what these people potentially like.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess.
Anyway.
So, it looks like we're pretty close to being done with the front, so now we're in the back.
Yeah, and we just basically did a light sand rough up on the back because there wasn't a lot of stickers and nastiness on it, so
yeah,
we figured we'd rough it up and just prime it.
Yeah, the front part was a beast, but the back wasn't as bad.
No.
And just trying to get it knocked down. We went and selected a certain amount of certain colors and stuff that we're going to put on it. And you can see us moving around.
That table was completely clean before we started, by the
way. Yeah, we jugged it up pretty quick.
Yeah, that was easy to do.
Yeah. So it looks like we're giving it a final wipe down right now, and we're going to hang it and prime it.
Mm-hmm. By the way, if you buy paint with primer in it, I would try not priming it first.
Yes.
And just use the paint.
If you can get the whole guitar down to bare wood,
even better.
That's the best case scenario.
Even better.
But you never know what primer and what paint's going to bond to each other and not bond to each other. We had a problem with this.
Well, don't give away the twist at the end.
If you see us toward the end of this video flailing around looking distraught, then you know that's when we had the problem.
And if that looks like we just set that up on trash, it's a piece of styrofoam.
Right. So don't ever do that, by the way.
Yeah, don't use styrofoam.
If you're going to use like a piece of styrofoam or scrap something to set your stuff on, put something underneath, some kind of paper towels, anything else besides styrofoam. Because if you leave it there overnight, when you come back the next morning, you're going to peel it off, then resand it, and then it'll touch up the paint.
Oh, here's the cool part. So we painted with like a copper color, and then we cut out a bunch of these paper gears. We thought go with this whole steampunk sort of thing.
Yeah, something different than we normally do.
That might have been the hardest part, was cutting out those stencils.
Yeah, it took I'll just go ahead and say that it took Ben a really long time to cut out those stencils.
It took me.
And I didn't help him at all.
He did look at me for a while.
Yeah, and I put my finger down on certain things.
Yep.
But that's about it.
Did you see his finger come in there?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I didn't do too much on that.
My wife really enjoyed that we did all this in the kitchen and made a good old-fashioned mess.
Yeah, she thoroughly enjoys when I come to visit.
Right.
Well, there's our top coat.
Yeah, and that's kind of like, we were kind of going for like a rosewood color, and then we found this one that was a metallic, like brown. I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
but,
some sort of. One was like a copper color, and one was some other.
Yeah.
Hammered something or another.
We thought we were going to initially go for like this puzzle box kind of look with rosewood and brass, but then we got sidetracked, and this is what happened.
Then we started, after we peeled that off, started the clear coat.
Yep. It was looking great.
Yep. And we did our first wet sand on it.
Mm-hmm.
And shined it up. And it looked pretty shiny on that first go.
Yep. Wet sand, use lots of water.
Start off with your 800 grit.
Yep. And then go down to maybe a 1500, 2000 grit just for polish.
Yeah, once you get down to the 2000 area, it's going to almost start to polish it itself.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have to...
Use a rubbing compound, works great.
Yep.
And then this is roughly around where we find out that the primer and the primer paint didn't quite mix well and made the paint really soft. So we put lots of fingerprints and
rub some paint off.
Scuffs and dents. So we're going to go back and... Are we even at that point yet?
Well...
Close enough. We ended up finding the stuff and
fixing it as best we could.
Yeah, sanding it back down to wood in some parts and taping it off and repainting it, which...
That's where we're putting the rubbing compound on right there. And then we got to the point where we're using cloths and stuff like that. But we found out that after you put, a coat of rubbing compound on there, you just use some soft paper towels. They work just as good.
Viva brand. Only buy Viva brand paper towels.
Yeah.
No sponsor. Just good stuff. Don't stand it up on the horns like that.
Well, if your paint bonds, it's not a big deal. But if
it doesn't, it's
it'll push paint right off the edges.
It's not gonna work out. This is our first video. We're just gonna show you the body.
Right.
We're gonna have to make a second one because, as I said, I don't want to sit through a long ass video. So.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out our Ibanez video.
Part 1.
More to come on that.
We'll call that part 2.
If you like what you saw, please hit the like button and subscribe. Leave any questions down below in the comments.